Hey everybody, Nick from Match Point Tennis, and welcome to another tennis tip. Today we're going to be talking about when you should slice the backhand. So there are several situations in which I think you should slice a backhand. That doesn't mean these are the only situations, but these are the situations that are most common, and I think it would be more effective to slice the backhand. And number one, when I think about slicing my backhand or wanting to slice my backhand, I think of variety. When I want to mix my shot selection up. I don't want to give the same shot to my opponent over and over again because they're going to build on the timing, okay, your footwork, and they're going to be able to pick off the ball much easier. If you give someone too many of the same shot, they're going to hit it better. They're going to adapt. So when you want to mix up your shot selection, when you want variety, you want to add the sliced one-handed backhand because it hangs in the air longer, it goes lower over the net, and it bounces lower off the ground. So that variety helps mix things up. I saw a match a couple years ago, one singles match. Our player was playing another guy who had great ground strokes, hit the same ball in the four-handed backhand every single time. The match was close for about 3 games until our player really started to figure out the timing and the pace of the ball, and then was able to dictate play and really take advantage of that player because that player had no variety, just hit the same shots over and over again. Okay, so mix up your variety, and the best way I can think to do that is slice that backhand. Get the ball out of their comfort zone. Number two situation, the second situation in which you want to slice a backhand, and I just talked about it, when the ball's low to the ground. Maybe your opponent slices the ball and it hangs really low off the ground, maybe just a little bit below your knees, and you're having trouble getting the racket underneath the ball to impart topspin. What a great time to slice the ball, right? A slice most of the time is to try to neutralize the point, to get yourself some time to recover and get it to neutral and kind of start that baseline point over again. And what better way to slice the ball? It stays low, it stays out of an opponent's strike zone. So if your opponent slices the ball, a high percentage shot is to slice the ball back. Don't try to go for too much. If it's too low, you're not going to be able to hit it flat or hit topspin. So when the ball is low, I want you to think about slicing that backhand. The third situation in which I would slice the ball is on the return of serve. If it's a big server, I have a one-handed backhand, and so when I face someone that has a bigger serve and I don't quite have the timing down, I slice the ball. I try to keep my racket a little more in front, slice the ball, and try to slice it deep to buy myself some time to kind of recover, right? If I can hang that ball deep in the court, I can recover maybe back towards the middle and be ready for the next shot. So when you return the serve and slice the backhand, that's not only the only way you slice the backhand on the big serve. Okay, you can also slice the return when the serve is weaker. If the serve is weaker, you can come in and chip and charge. Yes, you can be aggressive and tee off on a weaker serve, but you can also chip and charge, especially in doubles. If they have a weaker serve, you slice for the reasons I've already mentioned. The ball stays low, stays in the air longer. You're able to get to the net and be closer to net and have more angles to work with. So if that serve is weaker, if your opponent's serve is weaker, you can also think about slicing the ball, especially in doubles, right? You want to slice the ball. It stays low to the ground. Your opponent has to hit it up to you, and if they're hitting it up to you and you're at the net, you have a lot of options to go with, and so that's a great piece of advice. The next situation in which I would slice a backhand is when we're defensive. So maybe you're hitting some forehands and maybe you hit the ball up the middle and short, and someone's getting aggressive towards your backhand, and you really just don't have the time to get there to set up to hit either your two or one-handed backhand. When I don't have that time, then I slice the ball. I try to keep it low over the net and give myself time to try to recover. I'm already defensive. I'm not necessarily worried about that person coming forward if they are, and I'm already defensive. Okay, I can only control the shot I choose, really, and that's the slice backhand. So when I'm very defensive on the backhand, I will also slice the backhand. And finally, on a high ball, I have a one-handed backhand, and with that Eastern grip, it can be really hard to hit a backhand at my shoulder height. Okay, not that I can't do it. okay? But it can be very hard to do, and so I'm more comfortable when the ball's at my shoulder. If it gets that high, I tend to slice the ball because it's a higher percentage shot for me to do. It's harder for me to control with that grip and get the ball to land deep in the court and control that. So I think about slicing that backhand on a high ball. So those are some of the situations in which I would slice a backhand. Those are not the only situations, but I think they're the most common situations in which you should slice a one-handed backhand. So if you like the video, if you have any questions or comments, please type them below. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get updates when we have new videos. This is Nick from Match Point Tennis, and we'll see you next time.